Hello everybody, this is Genjift, and I'm doing a little quick announcement at the beginning of this video because this is a live streamed video that I've edited for YouTube. I do live streams on Twitch under the name Genjift, just like my YouTube screen name, so go over there, follow me, and see what's going on occasion. Enjoy. What? You're giving it to me? I got a navy now. Oh, I'm fine. Yes, they know I got wounded. Give me the frickin' biggest ship in the frickin' galaxy, why don't you?
Reach. I am Kamea Arano, and I have failed you. For 3 long years, Director Espinosa has imprisoned and starved and murdered our people. And where was I? Hiding in a palace, light years away, building support, planning. While the Directorate's secret police turned neighbor against neighbor, made your loved ones disappear.
Oh, you can't just
your children.
Immediately
wasn't
move
here.
against him, so
I didn't know. The crimes that I have witnessed here today are unforgivable. No doubt, Director Espinosa believes that the ends justify the means, that the Oregon Reach has been made strong. Well, I say that strength built on fear is brittle. The Directorate is a paper tiger, and I declare this restoration today to rally the true strength of our people, our resilience, and our freedom. Let Weldry be a call to arms. Join us, and together we will liberate the founding houses and retake Cormadir.
Taking a backwater.
Not because it is my birthright, but because the Directorate's crimes against you, the Oregon people, will no longer be tolerated.
I wonder how much this is echoing.
That is what I fight for, and I vow to fight for your freedoms to my dying breath.
I hope it doesn't echo too much in the microphone, or that kind of suck. Well, I'll find out later. But I need to make some food. I'm hungry, and I got stuff that I need to do. And I now have one of the largest ships in the frickin' galaxy, in the universe. Yep, there's the doctor. I'm going to call you Doc, by the way. You should probably go ahead and get used to it. Impressive work. Good job. And the deck doesn't change. We're still on the same ship as before. Yep. Deloused from bow to stern. Every meter has been hosed down with industrial-grade disinfectant. The ship isn't clean enough to eat off of, I swear. Spaceworthy is better. She's here, isn't she? An area decompression event in sight. Good. Fair enough. I'm used to it. Yep. Being remembered is the best any mercenary can hope for. Pretty much. I like this Commander the Great. Oh, I just had to do that. Once you prepare for the next major assault against Directorate, you're to sharpen your company and grow strong, and now that you have a mobile command center worthy of the title, I suggest you use it. I'll get you a fresh batch of contracts to look over. The whole RimWorld priorities our oyster now. Won't be limited by debts or travel restrictions. Exciting times. Speaking of which, shouldn't we go aboard our... Oh, so we're still on the old shit ship. Okay. Oh, so we got a new... Okay, we're not quite done yet. I want to check out the engineering area first. Bigger is usually better. Yeah, I'm not using the light mechs anymore. They're just too vulnerable. Or unless it's a light mech with a PPC cannon, because then that can stay back easier. Whoa, my frame rate? Okay. Engineering. Let's take a look at engineering.
Welcome to engineering, Commander. Happy to be here.
Structural jury rigging. Structural repair. Been twisted and weakened. Need to be repaired. Can you put any before we can put any serious load on it? Oh, this doesn't cost much. So yeah, we'll do this. Completion 15 days.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
We'll do that. Recreation. We should... Oh, we can't do that right now. +1 morale. That's handy. Power system. Repaired power conduits. It's a wreck, of course. Without constant trip breakers and brownouts is a minor miracle. So we'll have to do that later. I just want it to be safe first. Mostly self-sufficient habitation space. Alpha Pod is as its interior labeling designates, it's the only one of the 3 to have retained its pressure seal, making its interior mostly habitable. Was clearly at once a hydroponics facility near the spine, a low-G gymnasium just above that. Neither survived exposure to the hard vacuum and stellar radiation, but there's tantalizing indications of luxuries the Argo once included. One of 3 pods. I see there's only 2. Drive system is barely functional. Keep the lights on mostly. Get it working at all. Vast, spacious, and meant to be completely managed by complex automation. Currently 6 of 18 Tolrex cubicles are powered and in working order. Almost none of the automation. Mech Bay 2 allows 6 more mech cubicles to be powered up and made available, so it brings more of the Mech Bay's automated systems online, making Ying's job easier. There's scaffolding. Okay, that'd be good. And training modules, so we can actually do that. Simulated mech battles. 20 experience points a day. That's good. Well, we're getting the hull in better shape first, because that just kind of makes sense to me. Ooh, I have a captain's quarters. It looks kind of piss. Faction reputation, financial review. But engineering. Let's talk to her before we end for the day. How'd you do it? Team working under me. 200 of Latrons. Compelling garrison world. Lost after second succession war. Spread across the 3 tropical moons of the system's large gas giant. Each moon is independent, and civil conflict between the moons makes the system tense and dangerous per place. Team of hundreds. House Centrella. Indirect payments, of course, rounded through countless intermediates to obscure where the money was coming from, but yeah, Centralis paid for it. Nope, not before. Biggest team I've ever managed was the crew I had with me on the Alexis, and they all got killed. Oh, great. This job went a lot better than that one did, by the way. Only 3 deaths across the entire project, and before you could ask, none of them was my fault. None of them was my fault. It was one accident with the industrial cranes, and, well, it was horrible. I pray for their souls. That's it. Oh, no, there is more. Okay, let's learn about the ship. What can you tell me? Researching the ship for several months. Boeing Interstellar produced just 2 of these back in 2762. They're intended to follow behind the first wave of exploratory missions supporting multiple surveyor, terraformer, and colonizer teams on deep survey systems. Continue. Although she's far too large to land on a planet, her docking collar system allows for smaller dropships like your Leopard to come along for the ride. Also a mobile space station and ascent supply, providing supply and temporary habitation for teams on dangerous missions in unsettled space. She has 57,000 tons of cargo space. She has all the room we need for supplies, spare equipment, personnel, you name it. In fact, her hold is so vast you have no trouble storing as many mech chassis and partial mech salvage you can get your hands on. That's convenient. There's a MacGuffin. This entire ship is just a MacGuffin. Just a giant Argo MacGuffin. Why don't we see them? Is a project of her era. She lacks armor and maneuverability to function in battle. She's very outclassed in size and power by even the smallest warships. She's a peacetime ship, meant for peacetime exploration duties, and planned with a focus on long-term orbital deployment. It was her non-combat design that ultimately led to her abandonment. In an earlier era, she might have seen widespread usage, but with the fall of the Star League and the near constant state of war we've endured since then has rendered Argo a little more than a forgotten experimental footnote in the history of dropship production. 210 years. 2570 to 2780. And in the Civil War, when the leader of the Runeworld's Republic murdered the First Lord in a bid to usurp his position. Sad, really. In her own way, the Argo represents the back seat that science and exploration have taken in the pursuit of military goals. Can the Argo be improved? Oof. Now she's a shell of her former glory. With time and sea bills, though, there's plenty of ways I can upgrade her. It's all about increasing efficiency, as your executive officer Darius is so fond of saying. Time is money. He says a lot, you know. Imagine he does. Fundamental returning to Argo for more glory. They're fundamental. I can do some basic upgrades to improve performance in a few areas, but without improvements to systems and support, you limit how far you can go with upgrades. Combat and deployment upgrades. Come in 3 flavors. Those that increase our mech bay capacity, those that improve our mech repair and refit speed, and those that intensify mech warrior training. Increasing the mech bay capacity means more battle mechs be ready for immediate deployment. It takes time and sea bills to pull mech chassis out of storage and refit them with weapons and equipment. More mech bay capacity means less downtime. If your lance gets banged up on a mission and needs weeks of repair time, you won't be able to take another contract unless you have mechs in reserve. Improving your repair and refit speed gets you your battle mechs out of the mech bay and back on the battlefield when they can be earning us money. Indeed, money's a good thing. Just like battle mechs, your mech warriors will need to be patched up from time to time. Upgrade the medical facilities means getting them back to work quicker. There's a display in the medical bay's efficiency and medical points on your travel display under finances and crew morale readouts. The higher the medical reading, the faster your mech warriors will heal. No. One update at a time, and I wrote it for a reason. I'm the only one qualified to oversee his work, and if I spread myself too thin, bad things could happen. Extinction level things, at least for us. And that's it for now. Well, let's do this now. Dialogue trees! Dialogue trees. 2 doctorates, 1 in physics, the other in mechanical engineering. Now I'm hauling around in Lost Tech Wonder. In a Lost Tech Wonder with a crew of merry pirates seeking my fortune. It's funny the places life takes you. Elevator pitch. Where to begin? Born in Regulus, a free worlds league. My parents were academics. I know, big surprise. Spent most of my early years bouncing back and forth between their suburban apartment and Ferdowsi, my Baba June's live-in dropship. My grandfather, he carved out a nice little business for himself, running a taxi service of pilgrims heading to and from Dar es Salaam. Heaven of Peace, its center of the Islamic faith in the Larian Commonwealth. World was colonized in the mid-25th century by Muslim settlers who welcomed the planet's harsh, arid climate as a connection to their roots on Terra. Okay, I have been to the Middle East. No one's happy with that climate. Not even the natives. When it's 130 degrees, ain't no one fucking happy. As much as the father frowned on Jabba June's old-fashioned lifestyle and beliefs, he wasn't blind to how much I loved the old man, and so he occasionally consented to let me board the Ferdowsi on along for the ride. I've always cherished some memories. Miss that wonderful man. I spent a little time in the Larian Commonwealth before I pursued my studies. Long story that, but suffice to say it was its own kind of learning experience. Education, ended up back in the Free Worlds League, undergrad studies at the University of Altrius, and went to Sion University in the Capellan Confederation to earn my doctorates for a top 3 school with screened admissions the frick. Greatly feared intelligence arm of the Capellan Confederation consists of 2 branches. Chancellor Hand conducts espionage, gathers intelligence, and commits sabotage in foreign territory, while the Chancellor's will brutally enforces national security and loyalty among its citizens. Surprisingly open to transfers. Okay. Anyway, I could go on for hours about the academic computer and probably smile and nod as I rambled a bit, but come on, it can't be that interesting for you, can it? You're a mercenary, you stomp around in a giant robot for a living. The closest I got to adventure was then my dissertation defense. Yeah. Shipboard engineer. I'm just going on. 15, I want to be a statistician, you know, a nice quiet life alone in the ivory tower, as my personal dropship was going to be called. Preparing mathematical models and studying survey results. Like being a mech warrior? No. As much as I love the idea of stomping around in a giant robot, I'm not huge on the whole murdering people with lasers thing. It doesn't really square with my personal beliefs. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to work with mech warriors. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here, but actual firing weapons? No. Interest changed. I like statistics, but it's really more of a hobby now. Is that weird? Statistics as a hobby. No one has seen my Facebook page. Plotting graphs and forecasting future events calms me. It's like my own little way of using math to bring order from chaos, and besides, everybody needs a hobby. I know for a fact that Darius crochets. Okay. Oh my god, how many dialogue trees are there? This was tattooed, chain smoking, nihilist who taught children the magic of chemistry, you know, making thermite and aluminum cans and salt sander. Married him. Wow. 6 months before the annulment, I learned I had real talent with machines when Hania blew out a power relay and took the old tire end of the bandsaw. I was the one who could put it back together again. Great deal of peace in that. There's other dialogue trees. No, married the host. 6 months before. Yeah, okay. So it's just basically repeating that. And that's all the dialogue trees
Keep
there.
safe, boss.
Okay. We got an upgrade going. Mech Bay, Mech Bay, Mech Bay,
Check
Mech
out
Bay.
this mech bay, Commander. Pretty great, right?
It still looks
Stuff
like the
like
old
this,
Mech Bay on the other
there's
ship,
nothing
so
like
unless
it.
he's freaking sitting in his own ship still. Ah, crap. You know what, we'll do this next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow button, and everything else. See ya. Thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to hit that stupid little bell thing that YouTube has added, because otherwise you won't get notifications of any new videos if you subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter, @GenJeft, as I always have my video updates on there, so you will never miss a video if you're on my Twitter feed, because they'll all be posted. And any other dumbass comment I make as well. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.